Welcome back into Rasslin, Barstool's professional wrestling podcast, hosted by me, Brandon Walker, a fan who just likes to talk to wrestlers because my job gives me access and I'm a lucky bastard. Anyway, today I'm very, very, very excited because yesterday we had the kids table, right? I had to babysit Best Friends in Orange Cassidy. No, that was fun. That was awesome. That was fantastic. Today.
Chuck Taylor's the worst.
The worst?
The worst. No.
The worst.
I've seen worse.
I don't know. Trent's pretty bad, too.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Trent's pretty bad.
Doesn't matter. I've got Eddie Kingston here. I got one of the breakout stars of AEW 2021. Eddie Kingston is here. Let me start right here because we're in New York, right? Yeah. We're, I don't know, 10 miles from where it all started from you? Got to be close.
Close, yeah. Yeah, Yonkers is like 35 minutes away.
Which is, in New York time, is about 4 miles.
About 4 miles, yeah. But also the part of the Bronx I grew up in is close.
Yeah,
yeah.
So let me ask you a question. How have things changed for you since the Players Tribune article? Was that a game changer for you?
Yeah. It was a little nerve-wracking.
Really?
Because, the first day I was getting a lot of messages from people that were going through the same stuff I was going through. Yeah. And I knew people were going through it, but I didn't expect that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was a little bit overwhelming, almost didn't have a panic attack, but I was like, oh my God, why, all these people.
Yeah, but you've been putting yourself out there for a
while.
Yeah,
that's true, but I just didn't expect it. You know what I mean? So it was overwhelming at first. Now, for everybody, if you think I don't read it, I read it. Mm-hmm. I just don't respond to everybody, but I do read it. So all your messages I do read, and it's crazy.
If you send me a message, I won't respond because I can't read. So I got to ask you this. This is because you got a birthday coming up, by the way.
I do.
Happy birthday. You grew up. We're very close in age. You grew up in the Bronx.
Yes.
I grew up in rural Mississippi, and we have the exact same life. I grew up, my mom, Friday night, tape trading. Or not tape trading, but coming home from the video store.
Yep.
What were your 3 favorite tapes that you would get from Video Vision in the Bronx?
Oh, man, WrestleMania 3.
Oh, yes, please.
WrestleMania 4.
In the blister pack and that big fat pack? Yeah.
Yep. WrestleMania 4 and the Memphis Bloodiest Brawls.
Is that the one with the Tupelo concession stand brawl?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the one that changed everything. I was just like, what is this?
The Tupelo concession stand.
Yeah.
So I before I came to New York, I've been in New York about 3 years, and I lived in Tupelo. And anytime I see somebody famous, somebody big time talk about the Tupelo concession stand brawl, it's like the Leo DiCaprio meme online, like I'm pointing at the TV. That's where I'm from.
That's where I'm from.
But we don't get talked about like the Bronx or New York. But
but you got that one fight.
We got that one fight. And if you could recreate the Tupelo concession stand brawl in your career, who would you pick to do it?
I wouldn't even try to do it.
You wouldn't even try to do it?
No.
Not even an homage?
You can't do it. No, you just can't do it. You got to do something else. You got to do something original. Or take from that idea and make it your own.
So not the concession stand, just go out.
Maybe in the middle of the street, somebody.
Yeah, well, that would work too.
I'll do anybody, it don't matter. I'll do Punk. I would love to fight Punk in the parking lot. Like, we already did it in the ring, but he's busy with MJF.
MJF,
yeah, that's what I call him.
That guy is an asshole.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I think he's just a scared child.
Oh, I see.
Who's acting like an asshole.
I think
what I mean? I think, this is all an act for him. It's all a gimmick for him.
I think
he's actually very scared. And I'm looking dead at the camera because I hope he's seeing this and understands what I'm saying. He's a scared child.
You might have just nailed it.
Like a lot of people in our locker room.
A lot of children?
A lot of scared children.
Okay, all right. How many times have you think you've watched the concession stand brawl in your life? Because you said in the article you watched June '94 1,000 times.
Oh, thousands of times. It's so about the same.
Is when you wrote when you watch June '94 to this day, you still stand? You can't hardly sit. The energy just goes through you too much.
It does because I always pick up something new out of it that I didn't see before every time.
It's like watching an old movie.
Yes.
Like every time I watch Airplane, there's a new joke that I didn't get the first time.
Yeah. It's like little tells and everything like that. It's really good.
Is it a difference of now that you're 20 years in the game, 19 years in the game? As the more mature you get as a wrestler, or the further you get as a wrestler, do you now realize things you didn't realize back then?
Yeah, definitely that. And then also I started watching a lot of the old Japan Kings Road matches. I didn't just start, but years ago when I was in my 20s, I started watching them all in a row together.
Right.
So that you can see where the story is in the match.
Okay, all right, the progression.
Yes. So by the time we get to 94 match, they already had 2 or 3. plus the tag matches and all,
Yeah.
6-mans and all that.
CM Punk, who we're going to get to later, your feud with him, which was
Great
excellent.
guy, great guy.
CM Punk states his reason for being in AEW. He wants to help the young guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bryan Danielson is in AEW because he wants to kick everybody's head in. He wants to dominate. That's his reason.
Well, at least that's honest.
What is Eddie Kingston's reasoning for being in AEW?
To be the top guy, in a professional wrestling company. I'm not here just to take part and be like, hey, I'm here.
Right.
No.
You think 2021 was a big step towards that?
I think every day that I'm alive is a big step towards that. Every day I'm breathing is a big step towards that.
Well, that's a very macro way to look at it.
I don't know what macro means, though.
I don't either. I just said
There
it.
you
I've seen people say it in things, and I said I'm
And
going
it
to say
counts-
it in the
it
Eddie
counts?
Kingston
Okay.
interview. So I might be stupid now.
I don't know. I got to look it up because you might have disrespected me. I don't know.
No, I didn't disrespect
No,
you for
okay.
sure. I didn't. Do you think I did?
Wow, he just
gives a-
gave you up.
I could fire him in 5 seconds. Who gives a
That'd be
shit what he thinks?
hilarious. That'd be hilarious if he did it
If
right
I fired
now.
him?
Yeah, right now in front of everybody.
All right, he drove me here.
You need that ride.
So, yeah, we're in Long Island tonight, UBS Arena.
Yeah, man.
And by the time this interview comes out, it will have happened in the past already. But you get the little extra juice coming to New York?
Yeah,
wrestling?
always. It's in the air, man. You can just feel it. New York's a different place.
You guys played Arthur Ashe already.
Yes.
You've been in New York a couple times. Any other buildings in New York you're dying to get into?
I would love if AEW was able to do like the Manhattan Center
Right,
or the Hammerstein Ballroom. Places that I went to as a kid to watch shows. You know what I mean? Or the ECW, well, that's in Philly. The arena, you know what I mean?
Well,
So-
they could do that too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only an hour and a half train ride from New York.
It is.
I can't afford it, but it's an hour and a half train ride from New
It's also
York.
a 2-hour drive.
Really?
I think it's about maybe an hour 45 drive.
Can you make that drive in 2 hours? All right, we'll be there too.
There you go.
So, do you think fans gravitate to you because of your just your realness, or the fact they see themselves in you, or maybe is it a little bit of a mixture of both?
I have no idea why fans like me. I just do what I do.
Yeah.
I'm not out there to be a good guy or a bad guy. I'm just out there to be myself.
Do you think yourself as a good guy or a bad guy?
I think myself, I'm always the good guy in my own story. You know what I mean? I don't know. I could be the villain in someone else's story.
We have way too many Yankee hats on in this.
Yeah, bro, let's go to New York, baby. What's up?
There are
Let's
too many.
go.
I do not like this at all. No, not one Atlanta Braves hat. Okay, fine.
Ah, you guys got the championship. Just be happy about
We
that.
did, we
Yeah.
did, and
Yeah.
all we have to live with is crippling poverty. How has the influx of talent motivated you over the last year or two? Because AEW, as we sit here, is a different AEW than it was a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
How
It
has that,
definitely
has that impacted you at all?
Yeah, it makes you step your game up more.
That was the
It
exact
makes
question.
you.
Yeah.
It makes you. Feel pressure, but pressure makes diamonds, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you can't be made a diamond, then get out.
I would assume in your line of work, pressure is a good thing.
You need it. You need it because once you get content, you know what I mean, or once you get comfortable, I was taught comfortability kills.
Yeah.
You have to do uncomfortable things and to progress in life, let alone your career.
Have you ever gotten to a point in your career where you were comfortable somewhere?
No, I still think every match I do sucks.
Yeah.
I still think everything I do in the ring sucks. Everything.
Well, I don't think that.
Thank you, but
I only think like half of it sucks.
But that's what pushes me, even
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean? And then you have people coming in from other places and all that. I have a big chip on my shoulder.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I want them to know that just because you were somewhere else doesn't mean you can come to AEW and like everything's going to be easy and given to you. Especially if you come by me, I'm going to smack you. I'm going to fight you. Like you're going to have to earn it. Yeah.
By the same token, you at your heart are a wrestling fan first, right?
Yes.
And you see all these talented guys out there, and when you see a talented guy come in, you got to be like, oh man, it's good to have him on board.
I say that
Can't wait to test myself against
Yes,
this guy.
that's what I say. I say it's good to have him on board so I can fight him.
And that's
Not test myself, none of that. Like good.
just fight him.
Just fight
It's
him.
not a test, it's
No,
a fight.
Fight. It's always a fight in there. Like I tell everybody.
I do want to talk about CM Punk because that was a feud that like it just came on the scene, exploded. You had one match, and then you guys kind of moved apart from each other.
Yeah.
You think there's some unfinished business there?
As long as he's in the wrestling business and I'm in the wrestling business, there's always going to be something unfinished with
Right.
us. Because I'm not satisfied. Yeah, I tasted his blood. I beat him up. I'm not done, though.
I think fans out there, especially me coming from a background as a fan of a long time, I would love to see you guys stretch this or get back together and do some, because I believe it was on Rampage, the first segment you guys did. I believe it was on Rampage when you guys got in the ring and did the mic.
I think so. I don't remember half.
Yeah, with Dynamite, he interrupted you, or you interrupted him. Excuse me.
After my match with Brian.
Yes, yeah. On Dynamite, you guys set up, and then on Friday, you guys met and you talked in the ring. I mean, that was magic. It was 10 minutes, 20 minutes of magic.
How we really felt about each other.
Yeah.
I know how he feels about me, and he knows how I feel about him.
But when it's how they really feel, like, is there a moment of like, all right, you've gone too far?
No, I could have went farther. He could have went farther. But we're on television, so we had to pump the brakes.
Could you guys like record the non-television stuff and just put that out? I'd like to watch that.
If I get paid.
All right.
It's a business.
You've said paid twice. I don't handle the paycheck. I'm not getting paid.
I got you. I'm just saying.
So I'm only going to ask one question about this because I don't like asking this question a lot, but Jon Moxley, you and him, obviously.
It's my boy, yeah.
That's your boy. And operating on the assumption and the belief that Jon Moxley is getting exactly what Jon Moxley needs right now. Mm-hmm. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the day he returns. How much are you looking forward to that? Because I assume Jon Moxley is off taking care of Jon Moxley's business.
He's taking care of what he got to take care of.
And he will be back kicking ass very soon.
Oh, yeah. When he wants to, he will. When he's straight, he'll come. I'm definitely looking forward to it a lot. I miss tagging up with him. I miss hanging out with him in the locker room. You know what I mean? He's very stoic with other people, but with me, since we've known each other for so long, he's a different person.
Are you a different person with him?
No,
I'm the same fucking guy.
I'm the same ball buster all the time.
Every time.
Yeah, he's just very good at getting me.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the rare people that I say people like him, Ortiz, and Billy Gunn are the guys who get me.
Billy Gunn,
yeah,
really?
Like they'll bust my balls before I get to them. They all have different ways of doing it.
Can I ask you a question? He's 58 years old. How does Billy Gunn still look like that?
It's
not right. It's not fair.
I tell him this all the time. You won. You won already. Yeah. Just stop. You won.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I'm 42. I have man titties. It's not fair.
It's not fair. Right. I respect them, but it's not fair.
You respect both of them or just...
What
man titties?
Man titties? No, Billy Gunn.
Oh, Billy Gunn, yes, yes, because I don't
respect man titties, you do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's cholesterol is what it is. Right now, you guys, you and Chris Jericho share a common enemy.
I have an enemy. I don't know what Jericho's doing.
Well, he has an enemy as well. It looks like Daniel Garcia 2.0 are all up in his business too.
Yeah. That's his fault for running down to the ring. I don't want to do anything with Chris.
Okay, but
I have nothing to do with him.
If you're fighting them and he's fighting them, you're fighting together. Correct?
He could be there. I'm not fighting with him. He could be there.
So in your mind, whenever this all comes to a head or whenever it happens, you're going to be fighting the three of them.
By myself.
If somebody else is fighting whatever, you're focused on
if it's not Mox or Penta or Homicide, I don't care.
What about Daniel Garcia? What's going on here?
He's ugly. He's an ugly kid, and he's getting wrapped up with 2.0. You know he's ugly. I can see you behind the camera. Tell me he's not an ugly kid. He's ugly. He has an ugly face. Everything about him's ugly.
I mean, he's not.
And now he's with 2.0. They'll teach him how to talk, but that's it.
I mean, listen, Eddie. I'm
not
ugly.
wrestle.
I'm ugly. I can tell ugly, but yeah, he's not. Great
no, he's not a good looking.
He's not great looking, but he can wrestle.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing that's gonna save him.
But as somebody, you respect fighters.
Yeah.
You don't care what somebody looks like.
No, I don't. But I gotta call him ugly because he
is ugly.
Yeah. I call it like I see it.
I
feel bad for his mom.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah, man. Like, you got to look at that and say, you know what I mean? You made that.
Well, yeah, what came out of her?
She must be so disappointed.
It's like you spend 9 months cooking a meal and it comes out burnt. It's not great.
Yeah, I'm talking a lot of shit to you. I hope you hear this and see this because I want them to fight me. With or without Jericho. I don't care.
You know you're going to make my cameraman cry if you keep staring at that camera.
Am I not supposed to stare at that camera?
No. That's what it's here for. That's what it's here for.
I'll stare at this one, man.
Your realness is what? I mean, there is no character to you, right?
No, Eddie Kingston's me at 17 years old, turned up 1,000 notches, yeah.
1,000 notches?
Yeah.
I like to think of you at 17 as like just being this guy. Like if 17, if I interview you, you'd be talking
the
17,
same shit. I was talking shit, but I was also a little calmer. Because there was repercussions out in the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we didn't have street. We had dirt roads. But is being real on camera harder than being in a character on camera?
No. I'm just me.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to be.
You ever want to get lost in a character? Just create some character out of nowhere and just be that?
No, I was never good at that.
Really? Did you try?
When I first started, yeah. When I first started wrestling 20 years ago, yeah, I tried to be like this Playboy card guy or something.
You tried to be Happy Corbin?
Happy Corbin.
That's who you tried to be?
I was trying to be like a Ed Norton from Rounders.
Oh, really?
That's what I was trying to be. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that failed because I don't like Ed Norton in Rounders.
No, so I was trying to be him.
Why didn't you try to be Matt Damon in Rounders?
My partner was trying to be Matt Damon, Blackjack Marciano, and it just didn't click.
Was he good looking enough to be Matt Damon?
No, he's ugly as sin. God bless him, though.
It is hard to pull
His
off
son's
Matt
a
Damon.
good-looking kid. God bless.
Do you have a ranking of good-looking people? Ugly people?
Yeah.
I feel like ugly people is 99% of the world to you.
Yeah. There's a lot
Actually,
of
now that I think about it, that is probably 99% of the world anyway.
like the whole locker room's pretty ugly.
Your mic work.
I know that got some people went up some people's asses sideways.
Don't worry, they're not watching.
I hope they are, though.
Can what you do on the mic? Can you teach that? What makes Eddie Kingston real and great on the mic? Can you teach that to somebody else?
I don't know. I think you just have to be comfortable in who you are.
Steve Harvey, famous comedian, on one of his shows.
The guy in the Family Feud.
Correct, Family Feud. If you want to play, we can play later. Steve Harvey was asked about teaching a comedy class and said, "There's nothing you can teach in a comedy class. You either have it or you don't." And when I see you on TV and doing what you do and getting in that passion, I don't think that's teachable. I think there are certain things you can teach a guy to be good on the mic, camera presence, how to talk and all that. But where it comes from with you is rare in wrestlers because I don't know a lot of people can impart that knowledge. This makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just I grew up in an era where you had to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a pay-per-view every 4 or 5 months. And like you had to get people into the house shows to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you had to talk them in. So I always knew that was a part of wrestling. Also, I'm just being me and like I'm speaking from my gut. You know what I mean? And just like I said, turned up 1,000. You know what I mean? So if I don't like somebody in real life and then I have to do something with them in the ring, it's turned up 1,000. Which is a lot of people I don't like.
You have grinded and grinded and grinded for almost 2 decades now.
Yeah.
And you are in AEW. AEW is growing. It's national. It's big.
The only professional wrestling company in America.
It's getting bigger.
The only pro wrestling company in America. I said it. Go ahead.
No, I don't disagree with that.
Yes.
But you've grinded, and now AEW's popping off. You're right in the middle of it. That's got to feel personally. It's got to feel great.
This is my last stop. This is it. AEW has to take off, or not take off. It has to keep growing.
Right.
If it doesn't keep growing, I'm done. So of course I'm a homer. Of course I'm gonna be here for AEW.
Just gonna peace out like that?
Me? Yeah. I have no problem. I have no problem doing that. Peacing out. I have none. Especially I have a good woman in my life now, so I'll just be like, all right, and I'll go with her. But I don't plan on that. I plan on being with AEW until my life's over, basically.
Having a good woman is a game changer. When I found my good woman 3 years ago, it was fantastic. Don't tell my wife about it, but it's incredible.
I knew that was going.
Yeah, it was easy. That's an easy job. Sometimes you just go to the tree with the lowest.
Yeah, you got it. There it is, low hanging fruit.
Fuck, it's an apple, so you might as well eat it. So I shouldn't cuss. Sorry.
That's what Adam and Eve said too, and then no.
And now we're all wearing clothes. We could have just walking naked and happy.
Yeah, we could have been naked, living in peace.
Imagine a snake talking to you though.
There's a lot of people who I think are snakes who have talked to me.
Yeah, I don't think you trust people very much, Eddie.
Very few.
So I want to ask 2 more questions. I'll let you get out of here. 2021. Is this the biggest year of your career? Was this the time you broke out, or do you really not look at it like that?
I don't look at it like that. Like I just keep moving forward. Maybe that's bad because I don't really take in moments. You know what I mean? Like I still haven't taken in Queens yet.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't taken it in. I haven't. maybe I did for a little bit in the moment on the mic, but after that it was just like, okay, next show.
Well, when did you ever stop and just like sit back and like, oh shit, that was crazy?
Never stopped, and just even when I went to Japan for Osaka Pro in like 2011, that was my original goal, which was Japan.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. It was like on to the next thing.
Okay, so on to the next thing is 2022. We're right here.
Yep.
Huge holiday season for AEW. You got Winter is coming next week.
Yeah, man, that's the big one.
You got the big move to TBS coming up soon. Like
Yes.
the opportunity is
The
here.
mothership.
The opportunity is here. The opponents are here. What does 2022 look like for Eddie Kingston?
I want a championship. Whether me and Mox tag champions, TNT champion, or the World's Championship, I want a championship in 2022.
Just want gold.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm going to work towards it. I've always wanted that.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like I'm getting closer and closer every
I
match.
think there's a lot of fans that would want that as well. So
Again, I love the fan. I don't get it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just going out there. I'm not.
let
slapping
us
hands.
like you, Eddie.
I know it's hard.
Let us like you.
Like I said in the article, it's still to this day, and I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a finished product. But I'm working on accepting love. It's still very hard for me to accept love. I'm trying.
Next time we talk, if you could give me an update on your acceptance of love, that would be nice.
Yes, I would definitely let you know.
Keep a log.
Keep it locked. You're the first one.
Right. That's Eddie Kingston. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Sorry you guys had to deal with Chuck Taylor yesterday or earlier today.
No, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. And Orange
Cassidy's great. Orange Cassidy's great.
He's a house cat.
Yeah.
I just gave him a ball of yarn and he just did this shit.
Yuta's great. Was Yuta in the?
No, he wasn't there. They didn't bring. It was only three friends.
You know why?
Why?
I'm jealous of Yuta.
Are they
I
jealous
think
of you?
yes. One of them has
Jealous
to
of
be.
Wheeler? They didn't bring Chris Statlander either. They didn't bring
They
anybody.
didn't bring.
No.
Statlander?
No.
A lot of jealousy. Mandy, unbelievable amounts of jealousy. She's the future of women's pro wrestling, by the way. I'll put that out there.
Well, I think AEW is also the future of women's pro wrestling because there's a lot of fucking.
There's a lot of good
there's
females.
but
Yeah.
Statlander is fantastic.
Yes.
Look at this. Just
Look at this. This guy.
It's unbelievable. It's
walks in the
unbelievable. These
background.
people. It's just. Anyway.
You know what I mean? I finally got, I put the kid over once. Anyway.
That's Eddie Kingston. Eddie, thank you very much for being
Thank
here.
you guys. I had a blast, man. Thank you.